Hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 5. Darkwolf has gotten fully acquainted with Silmaria, and I think it's time for us to get a little more active in the world. Normally, today would be the day when we would run off to the Pegasus nest to collect the Pegasus feathers so that Selim can make stamina pills, but I think we'll make a few stops around first.
We're having goulash. You don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
You eat it. You've tasted worse. Alright, so, before we head out, let's pop up to the north end of town. Just check how everyone's doing. Make sure that our current kitty of funds is still in place to enter the rights of rulership. We'll want to do that not long after we return. Open the door and enter the bank.
They still haven't got the guy that took our money. We may never get our cash back.
What is this? I'm shocked.
My bank is robbed and I have a headache. You expect me to have a good day?
And I have a headache.
I can't believe it. Guy just waltzed in here past the street guards who naturally didn't see a thing. What are we paying taxes for, blind men? Considering the odds that the guards will ever catch the guy, I'll be begging on the streets of Silmaria soon.
Oof. Any information on this robbery for us?
Last night, somewhere around dawn, a guy picks the lock on the door and breaks in. He figured out some way to disarm the trap on the safe and crack the safe that had a written guarantee which said it couldn't be pick-locked by thieves. The guy took everything, including the guarantee paper. Probably intends on collecting the money-back guarantee himself.
I like that addition. Alright, anything to tell us about the thief?
It looked like he was in a great hurry because he spilled some coins around and left things a mess. My luck to be robbed by a slob.
And any evidence available?
What am I, a detective? If you want to look around, be my guest. There is a reward for the capture of the robber. If you figure out who done it, make sure you get the money back. Lots of unhappy folks around here want their cash.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
If you see anything suspicious, let the guards know. We've got to get that guy.
I see something lying on the ground here that for some reason was ignored. Pick up the interesting toolkit. Let's take a look. This small box is filled with neatly organized lockpicks and tools. Well, it looks like he wasn't that much of a slob. Alright, so let's quickly pop in and see Chakra. I don't actually think he's going to help us too much with this robbery, but I think there is some information we want to get from him. That's sweetie. Hello?
Welcome, wizard, to a place of magic.
Anything else you can tell us about magic you didn't tell us before?
The magic that you really need more than new spells is to make yourself a new magical staff. I will be happy to aid you in this, but first you must find some magical wood.
We've made 2 staffs so far, and they keep getting broken.
No wizard should be without one. A magical staff is an important tool for spellcasting.
Alright, where can we get some magic wood?
I do not know where you can find such a wonder as magical wood around here. I made my staff from the same wood as you did when you made your first staff. I too went to the heart of the world in Tarna. However, I am certain you will know magical wood when you find it.
Okay.
I sense the magic is strong within you. You are a very powerful wizard now. If I can aid you in any way, please let me know.
Any new spells?
Most of the spells I sell here are spells you probably know already. After all, you and I both learned some of them from my mother, Krisha.
I honestly don't remember if we learned anything from her. I think we could have. Maybe we did. We could try and teach him something. Let's see, we could teach him Frostbite, Aura, or Whirlwind. I assume we keep them afterwards, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this. See if we keep it.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Good, we do. I don't really need much cash from him. Get just a little bit more.
I thank you for doing business with me.
And let's teach him Whirlwind that we just learned from Erasmus.
I'm afraid your price is beyond my means. Perhaps you will accept this amount. This is acceptable.
Alright, cool. Now we have some money again. Maybe we can give it to Sam the banker, but I don't know how much we trust him just yet, at least until the thief is captured. Now, I don't know how to do much traditional detective work here. Let's see anything on the notice boards about this robbery. Yes. Now, there is something about Justinian being dead. The kingdom of Silmaria is still shocked and in mourning for the assassination of our beloved King Justinian. May he rest peacefully in the Elysian fields of Hades. But more pertinent for us right now, bank robbery. The first Bank of Silmaria was robbed last night. Estimated loss to the bank is about 5,000 drachmas. A 2,000 drachma reward has been posted for the arrest of the robber. That's a lot, a large percentage. And we can check in on the rights of rulership. The rights shall begin when 5 or more contestants have entered, which they're still waiting for us. And the fishermen, we can learn about them. Fishermen and bees have fled. Fishing villages of Marit have been deserted by the fishermen. Fishing boats have been attacked by Hesperian mercenaries, and the fishermen feared their villages would be attacked next. Honeybees have also begun deserting their hives. This is considered by many to be a very bad. And finally, enter rights? If you have courage, moral strength, and leadership skills, you may have what Silmaria needs in a king. Enter the rights of rulership for 1,000 drachmas and compete to prove your worth as the next leader of Silmaria. Alright. Now, yes, as I was saying, we don't have much ability to do traditional, CSI detective work, but why don't we pop up and see if Erasmus can guide us at all. Just for fun, instead of casting trigger, let's kick the platform. Sprain your toe on one of the pillars. I guess that only works for the other character types. Alright, let's get trigger back out. Very exciting sound. You activate the teleport spell upon this magical portal. We'll see if he's expecting us this time.
The wizard is expecting you.
This reminds me a lot of King's Quest 7. I'm not 100% certain why. It just does visually. Up in Etheria. Knock on the door. Now we can show the toolkit to Chakra and he'll suggest talking to Erasmus. I'm hoping we don't actually have to do that, because clearly we didn't.
Perfect timing. You are most welcome right now. Fenris and I have just finished a game of Wizard's World.
Erasmus was losing, so he blew up the game.
I just got a little over-enthusiastic, that's all. Now what can I do for you?
Maybe I want to play Wizard's World.
You look a little distracted, as if you had something on your mind.
Contemplating a crime, eh?
Let's finish talking to them and then we'll show them the toolkit.
Fenris can be rather irritating at times.
That's irritating. We rodents don't know when to quit.
Another joke.
Let me tell this one. A man walked up to a healer. He has a cucumber up his nose, a carrot in his left ear, and a banana in his right ear. Healer, healer, what's the matter with me, he asked. You're not eating properly, replied the healer.
All right.
Off to another exciting adventure, no doubt. I went adventuring once. I had a lot of interesting experiences and learned a great deal. My advice to adventurers is this. Never get your boots wet. They make nasty, squishy noises and they never quite fit right.
2 out of 10.
It's invigorating to see you again.
2 out of 10.
As correspondent for the Rodent Anti-Defamation League, I'm about to cover a real story. 3 visually challenged mice are about to sue the life partner of an agricultural engineer for mutilating them unmercifully. They're sure to win. They got a first-rat lawyer.
Oh, goodness.
Erasmus can be irascible at times.
Fenris would try the patience of a pachyderm.
Okay.
That's it. Hello? I must be going. What's the matter? We suffer from the heartbreak of halitosis or something?
I don't know what Erasmus is doing here. This is just ludicrous. Come back. Erasmus is concentrating on a spell and cannot respond to your actions. Will he come back? There he is. Alright. That was absurd.
Where did you find this little kit?
Explain that you found this interesting toolkit at the bank.
Well then, shall we see what we can learn from this?
That's why he showed you that thing after all.
All right then. Tristle, drassel, trussel, tree, show us what we learn from thee. This spell will show us something about the previous owner of this rather quaint toolbox.
Sort of a cheap peep on a creep?
More of a brief relief of a thief, I would say. It seems to be an arm that keeps coming and going.
I gotta hand it to you. That's some clue. It's clearly the case of the purloining palm reader. He'll soon be under arrest.
Don't be absurd. This clearly means something. I only wish I could help you more.
We will come back to that later. See if he has anything else to say about it.
Speaking of robberies, I too had an item of importance stolen from this house while we were in Spielberg. I am missing the Prophecy Stone, a magical rock I was researching. It had something to do with the destruction of Atlantis, I believe. Someone with magical aid managed to sneak into my castle without the Cloud Guardian seeing him. I was most displeased, let me tell you.
Don't ever get Erasmus really angry. It's not a pleasant sight.
That was a pretty advanced bit of magical work to get into one of the preeminent magic users in the world's home without anyone noticing or any magical alarms getting set off.
The spell usually reveals something significant about the person who owned the item upon which the spell is cast. It may be a bit obscure, but the clue is important.
Alright, so it was a single hand reaching out. We'll have to keep that in mind.
What's the difference between a gypsy fortune teller and you, Fenris?
All right. What is the difference between us?
She's the psychic, and you're the sidekick.
Hey! I resemble that remark.
Fenris? No, come back. I really wish they would not do this. So annoying.
Be careful. Sounds like a risky business.
After all, forewarned is forearmed.
But I thought four-armed was half an octopus.
None of this is helpful.
Crime doesn't pay. Enough. Wait till that handsome felon meets up with the long arm of the law.
Alright, that's enough. They gave us what help they can.
Be seeing you!
Let's use our magnet to get out of here. And now, we can make a quick stop over with the famous adventurer. And after that, we're going to be done until the evening. So we'll probably do what we did in some of the previous days and just work a little bit on our other skills, spell casting, until the dead parrot opens. But I do want to swing over to the famous correspondent, and also we can have a quick chat with Andre here, just to pick up an item that we're going to want later.
Calimera, are you interested in taking a boat ride today?
No. but maybe a different day.
Yassas! That is the Silmarian greeting.
Okay.
I am well, as always.
And how's your boat?
My boat can be rented any morning before I go off to fish.
How's the fishing here? Anything good?
I catch only a few fish each day. This is a bad time of year, for the large fish swim to deep water. Only the small fish remain near the shallows.
Let's ask about large fish.
The large fish are very good to eat. There's more meat than bone upon them, and they are easier to scale.
And let's ask about small fish.
Small fish are usually young fish who are avoiding the bigger predators. I use a rope net to catch them. For anchovies, I must use a cloth net.
The anchovies. Let's ask about these very small fish.
I mostly use anchovies to attract bigger fish, but they can be eaten. Would you like some? I am happy to share. Here, take a few.
I don't really want to eat any, but I might be able to use them.
Yassas, that is the Silmarian farewell.
Alright, and now the famous adventurer, who refuses to tell us his actual name. Hello, sir.
Didn't notice you coming in. Trying to get the phrasing just right in my new book, How to Be a Writer in 10 Easy Lessons. Of course, lesson number 1 is to be inspired. Like taking a drink from the Hippocrene.
The Hippocrene, huh?
There was a time when I was a lot like you. Young, adventurous, good-looking, bound to see the world. Running around became such a hassle, though. I've been there and I've done that, and there's not much left to do.
Let's ask about his school.
I started this school a while ago. Just got tired of doing things one day and decided to settle down for a while. Picked up a pen and started to write about some of the things I'd done. Guess I've been here for a long time now.
About the books.
Used to love books as a kid. They taught me things, made me want to go places and do things. Now all I do is write them.
Maybe we can inspire him a little by telling him about ourselves.
So you really wanted to be a hero? Sounds like you managed pretty well. Books helped, I'm sure, but it's what you got to do with the knowledge that counts. Been a long time since I was like you. Guess I just got tired. Tell you what. You being an adventurer and all, you'll probably want to explore this island. Well, somewhere to the north is the genuine Pegasus, that winged horse of legend. Tried to ride him once, but he threw me right into the sea. Took me a while to get to the shore. If you ever see where Pegasus nests, look for a stream nearby. That's the Hippocrene stream, boy. Pegasus stomped its hoof one day and the water came pouring out. Bring me some of that water, kid. It's been so long since I tasted its sweet inspiration. I'll make sure it's worth your while.
And any opinion on the rights of rulership?
So the old king is dead. Just goes to show how much I've been paying attention around here. The rights of rulership is a good way to pick a king. Better than most, anyway.
All right, farewell.
There's nothing here, kid. Just dust and dried ink. That's all I am anymore. Dried up like a prune, and about as much fun.
Now, we will have to keep all of that information in mind about the Hippocrene. We already had some interest in going to see the Pegasus because Salim is looking for those feathers. But I think we'll leave that for a different day. For now, why don't we pause and wait till evening? So, hang on. For completeness sake, why don't we just pop up to the magic shop to show Chakra the toolkit before we advance any further. Hopefully it doesn't close at 5. Looks like we made it either way. Alright, let's get this guy out here. No, not our tinderbox. The interesting toolkit.
This seems to be a set of tools related to lockpicking. You say that you found this at the bank. Perhaps you should show this to Erasmus. He may be able to tell you more than I. He has a few spells that let him judge the past of an object.
All right, and we're also going to make some
Welcome
purchases.
again to the magic shop.
We're not going to buy any spells just yet, but I want to use what money we have to get some mana potions. I think they'll be a little bit more... actually, I guess ultimately the mana pills work better based on value. You just have to get a ton of them. Alright, let's get that many. Sure.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Alright, let's move on. Now we will go to the... you can't grab the cords. I know. Not gonna work. They're not gonna give you enough purchase. It's very scary. Alright. She's alright, no worries. Just annoyed. Now let's head into the dead parrot. And as we come in, we see young Orestes here, walking out, who is, of course, a one-armed man. And at this point, we realize that when Erasmus, used that spell to show us a clue, there was only a single arm that came up, and that was something that was deemed to be very important. There's not many people where an arm would be a particularly solid clue. Well, Orestes is someone who that really sticks out for. We're going to watch him take a little walk here, see where he goes. See where he goes way too slowly. This probably could have been sped up a bit. Seems to have shown us some type of hidden entrance under the stairs. You watch the one-armed man walk down under the bridge and open a concealed door at the bottom. Alright, let's continue on. So, what we're going to do is, of course, we don't just dive right in. So, we're going to go to our spells. We're going to get Detect Magic out. And our trigger spell. First, let's detect. Status as a hero makes you magical. Alright, so we saw some type of magical trap door here. Let's trigger any traps that are there. The spell sets off the magical trap on the hidden door. Fortunately, you are not harmed by it. I don't actually think we need to do this, but let's try and open it with the open spell. Your spell opens the concealed door. Alright, let's head inside. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Hey, what are you doing here? This place is not for the likes of you. Get out!
It's not very nice at all.
You ain't got no right to be here, and I'll not be welcoming you. Go on with you out of here.
We already know his name, but I guess we can ask it again.
I be Orestes, a retired seaman, an honest merchant. Why do you want to be known?
Alright. Let's accuse him of robbing the bank.
What are you trying to say? Why should I be knowing anything about the bank robbery? There's none that ever saw me near the bank.
Well, we can take a moment to ask what this business is.
Why should I be telling you anything? You're not but a land-loving lily-livered revenuer, and I got nothing to say to you.
Alright, let's tell him what proof we have about his theft.
Proof? What sort of proof ye be talking about? Ye ain't got nothing to pin on me.
Let's first tell him about the toolkit.
You found a tool and you think it's mine? You still got no proof. I happens to sell such tools here. Anyone could have owned it.
And how about Erasmus's spell?
Magic? You mean that pull a rabbit out of a hat, pick a card sort of rock? Who do you get to do your spells? A gnome? They're tricksy sorts, and no one trusts them.
Let's mention Chakra first.
That's the lion monster, ain't it? Scooper me with a Merlin spike, but I don't want to mess with that thing. Well, I guess I really don't want to raise the wrath of someone who could tear me to shreds and voodoo me. Let's be going to the guards, then.
I actually didn't think that would work. You lit the thief to the guard post above, and have the guards of the rest. You were soon summoned to the Hall of Fiends. After explaining the situation to the guards, you were sent to the bank the next morning.
We got our money back. The thief still had all the cash, hadn't spent a drachma. Guess I don't need to polish the old begging bowl just yet.
Yeah, I meant to just suggest Chakra so he'd ignore us, and then we would tell him about the real evidence we had from Erasmus, but I guess just being afraid of a Liontar works.
Hi there. Heard you helped catch the crook that robbed the bank. Good job. The reward money has been automatically deposited to your savings account. You are getting quite a sum in there.
Nice. I guess we got 2,000 drachmas, I'm assuming?
Now that the money is back and I can collect on the guarantee for the safe, things are going my way again. I may even be able to buy a better safe.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Things are settling back to normal. Care to make a deposit to your savings account? You know it's safe because we got all the money back the last time.
Yes, but that was because of us.
They put the crook away in the jail by Westgate. He only had one arm and he could crack the best safe in Silmaria. Guess they don't make safe traps like they used to.
Apparently not. And how about the reward?
Yeah, I already put the 2,000 drachmas into your account just so you know it will be safe. Good job on getting that robber the scum.
Well, I think we could say goodbye for now.
Go out there and make some more money. Can't have too much in savings, you know.
All right, and speaking of saying goodbye, now that we have completed our work on solving this little robbery, I think we can end things here, and when we come back, I think it'll be time to head off to the Pegasus nest. But until then, see ya.